So I've been living in Toronto now for basically a decade now, and I feel like I've seen it all. Like, I've seen a limo on fire on the highway, I've seen people throwing chairs out the window, and I see people even break windows. And the point is, I'm not trying to scare anyone here, but I'm just trying to say, like, I've seen a lot of crap. And you know what? Just when I thought nothing can top the last crazy thing, YouTube decided to show me something that was that much crazier. And apparently now it's cheaper to stay in a hotel 4 months than rent an apartment in Toronto. And immediately I have so many questions, like, is it a nice hotel like Four Seasons, or is it like a rather low-end hotel? I'm gonna think it's probably on the lower end side of the house, but why don't you and I react to this video together? So do me a favor, smash the like button, and now let's react together.
Swapping a rent check for a room key and saving money in the process. Yes, it's a thing, and no, it's not a gimmick. Good evening. Checking out of the housing market and checking in to hotel living.
Just when you thought Toronto's real estate reality couldn't get any more surreal, taking alternative accommodation to a whole new level.
You know, the city of Toronto is really getting out of hand when apparently a hotel is cheaper than renting an apartment. And I still don't know if this is like a clickbait video or some sort, but the fact that CTV News is even reporting something like this, it's rather sad.
This type of living may not be for everyone, but for a certain type of renter or on a temporary basis, it is certainly several $100s cheaper per month, and everything is included.
I'm going to take a wild guess. It's going to be more like a bachelor studio. Like, I don't even think they're going to include a full kitchen. Like, at best, a microwave or something. I guess the only appliance I can see them giving you is a microwave, a coffee maker, you know, free cups and mugs on the side for your coffee.
The room is simple with a bed, bathroom, microwave, and fridge. There's no kitchen, but it costs hundreds of dollars less to rent each month than the average one bedroom in Toronto.
Okay, so not too bad. You have a microwave, a mini fridge, and you can buy stuff from, you can go to the frozen food section and cook something. You're probably not going to be eating very healthy, but think of it like this: because you are saving a few $100s every single month, that money can you just treat yourself and go to an actual restaurant. The other big annoying part would be you probably won't have laundry in suite, so you're gonna have to hopefully be close by a laundromat or something to do your laundry.
There is no credit checks. There is no nothing. You come in, you pay today, you pay a $500 deposit.
The price, $2,000 a month, compared to the average monthly rate for a one bedroom in Toronto, which was $2,600 in November.
You've got gym membership included. You've got indoor-outdoor pool included. You've got Wi-Fi included. Your cable's included. Your parking is included. You can have room service. You get housekeeping once per week.
As sad as it is, he actually has a lot of truth behind it. Like the fact that parking's included, the Wi-Fi is included, you can get services, someone comes in for housekeeping once a week. It's not that bad of a deal. Maybe not. For some of you guys know, I lived in some of the crappiest conditions when I was younger, to the point where I'm like, something like this would be appealing to me when I was much younger. Definitely not anymore.
Toronto Don Valley Hotel and Suites General Manager Kevin Porter says roughly 60 of his 350 rooms have been set aside for this deal. He says he started it during the pandemic, and some residents have been living here for years.
The more I think about it, it's actually a pretty good deal for both ends of the parties. Like, for the hotel, they get like 60 out of the 350 units, so 60 people who are paying like long-term, like $2,000 every single month. And for the customers, well, they don't have to pay $2,600 for a one bedroom. They get to save like $600 a month for their living conditions. And I don't know. Can you imagine though, the people who have been living here for like a few years, but they start like seeing each other, they're like neighbors, and they ask like
like, how long have you been living here? And they're like, since 2021, so it's been almost 3 years now.
Right now, I've got about 18 of those occupied.
Meaning there are still rooms available at a time when finding housing can be a challenge.
Given the cost of renting in the city, you know, for a certain segment of the population, it'll make a whole lot of sense.
This tourism and hospitality professor says there's some risk to it.
You're not signing leases in the same way. So, but it's also then a risk for the hotel because, once again, chances are you're not doing the same vetting a landlord.
Maybe it's just me, but I don't really see the downside of it from a consumer standpoint. Like the fact that I can go to this hotel and not have to sign a lease, and I'm just months and months instead of having to sign a 6 to 12 month long-term place. Like I see that being a good thing. If anything, I see it being a more negative for the hotel. Like the fact that they're not vetting every single person that's coming in, staying long-term, and who knows if they'll actually like destroy the unit or something. But I guess they have the deposit that they put in, that's like $500. Like, isn't that all you really need? Like the fact that as long as they don't trash it, then it's fine. But yeah, there's probably something I'm missing here.
Today, the Prime Minister sat down with renters in the GTA and was talking about the need for affordable housing in communities across the country.
When it comes to housing, there is no one-size-fits-all solution. For renters, on top of expanding access to low-cost federal financing, we're removing the GST from new rental construction projects.
The only thing is that like it's gonna take so many years before like all these homes actually be developed, and but by the time you actually like are in a position to do that, like you probably like have figured out it hopefully, or you went somewhere else, or maybe I don't know, went to Calgary or something like that, right? Like the fact that like you have to just continue just wait for new housing to like be built, it's gonna take like minimal like 5 to 10 years. Like that's my guess.
But building takes time, and while this size and style may not fit all renters in Toronto, it could be an option, even temporarily, for some.
Now that I'm looking at this hotel room for the second time, that doesn't look the nicest. But here's the thing, I bet you if you took this space and you actually brought in your own furniture, brought your own lighting, your own TV, stuff like that, your own desk, I bet you probably could make this small space look pretty nice. The thing is, because it's a hotel, one, you're not gonna want to, and secondly, I'm not even sure the hotel will even allow you to bring stuff in. So that's the only caveat of living in this place. Not to mention not having in-suite laundry.
The manager says that they have increased the price from $1,800 a month to $2,000, but he promises he's going to try and keep it the lowest rent in the city.
Oh, so originally it was $1,800 a month. In all honesty, it's a good interim. Like I definitely probably wouldn't recommend someone like live here for like years on out, but it's a good alternative to get your foot out the door. Like let's just say you got kicked out of your one bedroom because your landlord just wants to move their family in or whatever, and you have nowhere else to go. Like this hotel is a good interim. Like it's pretty good than having to do Airbnb. Actually, I'm curious. I just thought of something. I wonder what the prices of Airbnb is if you were to rent a place in Toronto for a single month. Would it be more than $2,000 if you booked an Airbnb? Maybe not. Let's now I'm kind of curious. Let's go to Airbnb. So get this, guys, I'm on Airbnb right now, and you can rent out a whole Airbnb for a month, right? And the cost of this is more than the hotel. It's looking at $2,500 per month. Here's one for $2,200. Funky one bedroom unit with Netflix. That sounds sort of sketchy, no? It looks like it looks like a shed, like someone's backyard. But let's see. Okay, so you have a full kitchen. You have, looks overall more space in the hotel room. You fit a desk. You have an actual kitchen. Yes, stovetop. Okay, not bad. So anyhow, with that said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed me reacting to this video. Let me know in the comment section down below if any of you would actually consider staying in this hotel, paying $2,000 a month instead of the market rates of $2,600 in Toronto. I'm actually curious about this, so do let me know. And if you haven't already, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.